Hello everyone, greetings and salutations to all. This is Delvin and welcome to MESC Red Devils NCR. Today's topic is a topic that has extended quite a while and it is still in the spotlight because of the magnitude of the person in question, his build legacy throughout the club in the course of the last decade or so, and his standing among the fans and in the grander scheme of Manchester United as a club, as an institution, and as a wide variety of things. So this topic is dedicated to that player and who's been in the spotlight in the last few days in a much more pronounced manner. While he has been under the microscope for a large part of this season, the magnification of whatever he does is been tenfold, especially at a time where the top four race or a lot of things that can be achieved are on the cusp of being a little dodgy at best. The player in question here is David De Gea, and as we all know, it has been pretty clear and it has been a realization for quite a while now that this was going to happen. And sure enough, if yesterday's reports are to be believed, it has happened. David De Gea has inked a new contract extension with the club, which keeps him contracted to the club for the foreseeable future. David De Gea currently is 32, and from the bare numbers, you can see that David De Gea has been having a decent season. He's leading the race for the Golden Glove with 15 clean sheets in the Premier League. Has for a decent part of the season has shown improvements in all the areas where he was being criticized for. That is his distribution, his ability to sweep and command the boxes. There were visible signs of improvement. No one can disagree on that. However, in the recent past, his mistakes have been scrutinized, magnified, and have been put out as something that is going to significantly stop United's progress or stagnate their progress. And there is mixed school of thought on whether De Gea will be the right man to lead us forward between the sticks. So talking a little bit about the contract, while the salary is not exactly disclosed to us, sources believe that De Gea has had a significant reduction in his as his previous contract was. While in the previous contract he was earning close to around £375,000 a week, making him the highest paid player in the Premier League, or at least the highest paid goalkeeper in the Premier League. The new contract is significantly lower and puts an amount of somewhere around 200 to 225,000 per week, which is almost half his contract of the previous term that was agreed upon. Also, a key component here is that David De Gea has not been given any sort of assurances, any sort of promises, or any sort of word that he is going to be the sure shot bona fide number one for the upcoming season or for the number of seasons that he is going to be, which means that De Gea could very well start off next season as a potential number two. That is something that is worth looking at. And obviously, while this news has gone down, has come out, there has been a mixed school of thought. While some of them are fairly happy with the extension, and there is a vast majority of United supporters that feel that this was something that should have not been done, not could have been avoided, and we could have let David De Gea go on free. Now, it needs to be seen that it needs to be noted and it needs to be observed also that manager Eric Ten Hag has the full backing, has voiced his unequivocal support for De Gea, even after the blunder that he has committed. Uh, De Gea, as far as De Gea's situation was concerned, Ten Hag went out and said that he has my full support, he has my full backing. Mistakes do happen, and we want him to extend his contract, and he wanted De Gea to more or less commit his future to the club. De Gea himself, during the early part of the year, in around January or February, said that he feels Manchester is home and he would like to end his career as a Manchester United player, and he feels that there is much more that he can give from his side to the progress of the club in the seasons to come for challenging for the highest honors in the next season. And I don't doubt De Gea. I don't doubt De Gea's professionalism. De Gea has been one of the best professional players for us, in spite of the fact that the defenses around him, the situation around him, the club around him has undergone a world of change ever since he came into the club as a young boy, and he's earned his keep, he's earned his badges, and he's genuinely earned the right to be called one of the best goalkeepers to ever don the United shirt. So let us talk about how this could impact the club and how this could impact the future of the club as far as the goalkeeping situation is concerned. Now, there are two ways to look at this. One way is that we do not get enough money to invest on a new goalkeeper in the summer, which could mean that De Gea could start the season as a number one. Now, there is a disputed school of thought about this, whether De Gea should actually be the number one or no. But let's assume that De Gea starts the season as number one. We all know De Gea shot stopping, no question about it. He has been one of the best goalkeepers when it comes to one-on-one saves, reflex saves, so on and so forth. There are mistakes, but then I think I, a significant improvement in another preseason. You cannot put that past De Gea. At a time, you could say that he doesn't have a high ceiling as far as the modern sweeping game is concerned. But even a 20 to 30% improvement in his current qualities could result in a much more relaxed component as far as playing out of the back is concerned. De Gea has oodles and oodles of experience and will surely being an athlete at the top level. I think there is room for improvement if he chooses to improve, which I do believe he can. Another way of looking at this is, in the off chance that we do get a new goalkeeper in the summer, we cannot ask for a better backup than De Gea. By all intents and purposes, David De Gea would be the best second goalkeeper in the Premier League, a situation that Sergio Romero initially found himself in, and that is a very very happy problem to have, because if the starting goalkeeper, whoever we buy, whether it is David Rea, whether it's Diogo Costa, whether it is Andre Onana, whether it is my Maignan, whoever the new goalkeeper is. Having David De Gea as a backup, or someone who you can tap into his vast knowledge in his 12 years with the club, it is always a great thing to have. De Gea could be a mentor for the side, for the new goalkeeper, and he could be an equal competitor for the spot as well in the case that things do not go right. Having De Gea is a massive advantage as far as having experienced heads in the dressing room is concerned as well. David De Gea is one of the veterans of the Man United squad. He commands respect of the players. He has a leadership role to play. All these intangibles could very well come to be a huge factor in how the club progresses, because United are a side that needs characters in the side. And while there has been a good influx of characters in the dressing room this year, we can always have another head. Always experience matters, especially at a time when the club is going through another stage of transition. We will have an influx of new players coming in. There could be a potential change in ownership. In all these upheaval, in all this constant shopping and changing, a level head and an experienced head like De Gea could always prove to be a huge difference. As far as the salary part is concerned, there is as I said, it is expected to be around 200 to 225,000 pounds a week, while substantial as far as what other keepers in the Premier League are being paid is concerned. It is still a very significant pay cut to what De Gea was earning earlier, which also goes to show that some part of the other in his mind as well, De Gea has accepted that he is going to be number two for years to come by, which is a very good thing. We cannot afford to have any egoistic heads at this stage of our transition as a club on the whole. Also, a little insight on the salary structure. It is said that there are performance related incentives, and there is a very significant decrease in the basic salary that De Gea will be earning on a weekly basis, which means that there are caveats to De Gea's salary based on how well he performs in the opportunities that have been provided to him throughout the course of the season, which could be a very good way of offsetting a little more of the salary. So if at all we do say it is 200 to 225,000, we could very well assume that 50 to 60,000 of that part of his wages could be in basis of performance related incentives, which could basically mean that for all intents and purposes, DDG could be earning a basic pay of around 150,000 pounds a week, which could very well keep him in the bracket of all the current goalkeepers that are being paid. So if this is true, that De Gea is being paid on the basis of performance related incentives or the basic salary is low, then I don't see any problem. I don't see any problem in the extension as well. I've seen a lot of people talking about tarnishing De Gea's legacy, which is a very wrong thing. De Gea has been an able and a mighty servant for the club. He's done everything in his power. He's basically kept us relevant in the past few years. And from my side, while I believe De Gea is reached his ceiling as a goalkeeper, he can still do a massive job for us as a number two or as a backup. Like I said earlier, the Sergio Romero situation, you could not ask for a better number two, or you could not ask for a better guide for any potential incoming keeper if he does enter the club. So that is my 2 cents on the entire contract extension. I don't see a problem in the DDG extension. And provided he is not given the number one on a consistent basis. And by the looks of it, I think DDG is pretty content with the fact that he would be a number two option, which is something that would be an amicable solution for both parties. Eric Ten Hag is backed him, and there will be a reason why Ten Hag is backing a keeper. And at this point, I've always believed that whatever happens, you need to stand by whatever the manager does. Let the manager do what he feels is right for the club. Of course, he will have the best interests of the club at heart. With that being said, that is all about the De Gea contract extension. Congratulations to De Gea on committing his long-term future to the club as well. He's done great things for us, and I hope in the time that he is with the club in the future as well, I hope that he becomes a much better version of himself. And thank you so much to each and every one of you. That is all for this segment of the De Gea contract extension. Let's hope that everything comes out to be good for the club and for the player himself. De Gea is a key part of our revolution, and I genuinely hope that it comes out all well and all beautiful for us. Thank you so much to all for joining in on this episode of MESC Red Devils NCR. Do show your love, do show your support by subscribing to the channel, by pressing the bell icon so that you're notified for every video that comes out from the channel. Do not forget to like and comment your views on what do you think about the De Gea contract extension. Do you believe that it was the right move? Do you believe that it wasn't the right move? Or what exactly do you feel about the current situation as far as De Gea's contract standing with the club is concerned? Do let us know in the comment section below. We'll be more than happy to hear what you feel about this. Apart from that, do follow us on our social media, on our Instagram, on Twitter. We are always active there. So we'd also love to know what you feel on those channels as well. Apart from that, we are more than happy to welcome each and every one of you to our WhatsApp family. Go ahead and join us there. Link is in the description below for our social media handles and for our WhatsApp group as well. Do share this video to as many Man United fans, of course. We are on our journey to 2,500 subscribers, and we would love for you to join on our ever growing journey and our never ending journey. So we would love to have you on board. With that being said, this is Delvin wishing all of you goodbye. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. I'll see you all soon on the other side with another episode. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe, and GGM to all.